I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's analysis of the news. I received something on the internet. I can't tell you exactly where it came from. I don't know. It was sent to me through a third party. But it is an interesting article I'd like to share with you. The size of our national debt is $7 trillion. So, how much is a billion? Well, a billion seconds ago, it was 1959. A billion minutes ago, Jesus was on the earth. It will take the United States government 3 hours and 40 minutes to spend $1 billion. A trillion is 1,000 billion. It's almost impossible to conceive. If you had gone into business on the day Jesus was born and your business lost $1 million a day in and day out, 365 days a year, it would have taken you until October 2737 to lose $1 trillion. So we got another 700 years or so to go. A trillion is a million. To count $1 trillion nonstop without sleeping or eating, it would take 39,000 years to count a trillion. If you spend $1,000 every second, day and night, you wouldn't hit $1 trillion for 30 years. If you asked for $1 trillion at your bank in $100 bills, it would make a stack 800 miles high. Laid end to end, $1 trillion in $1 bills would extend from the earth to the sun. It would take a military jet flying at the speed of sound, reeling out a roll of dollar bills behind it 14 years before it reeled out $1 trillion bills. If you were locked in a vault and you could keep every dollar bill that you initialed with your initials, we're assuming that you could initial $1 bill every second, that you don't need to eat or sleep or take comfort breaks. 12 days of non-stop effort would earn you $1 million. 120 days would give you 10 million. 1,200 days would give you 100 million. That's over 3 years. And you'd get a paltry 100 million. Still a long way to go. After 31.7 years, you'd be a billionaire if you live that long. But wait, there's more. We're only at the billionaire stage. Keep initialing those dollar bills. After initialing a dollar bill every second without stopping would take you 31,709.8 years to get your first $1 trillion. I know what a $100,000 house looks like. I've seen lots of them. And I suppose I can comprehend $1 million. If I picture a city block with 10 houses, each worth $100,000, that's $1 million. So how many blocks would I have to fill with these $100,000 houses to make $1 trillion? Would it be whole neighborhoods? The city? More? If someone built block after block of $100,000 houses, 10 houses to a block, 10 blocks to a mile, that's 100 blocks per square mile, how big would the project be when it reached $1 trillion in value? It would be 10,000 square miles. That's bigger than the state of Maryland. And now, how about the size of the national debt? How much land would we have to cover with $100,000 houses to equal the $7 trillion debt? Picture Missouri. The 275 miles from St. Louis to Kansas City covered with houses. The 325 miles from the Arkansas line to Iowa line covered with houses. All the farms, all the lakes, all the rivers covered with $100,000 houses. That's what $7 trillion looks like. If your annual salary is $50,000, it'd take you 20 million years to earn $1 trillion. $1 trillion is enough money to buy everybody living in Los Angeles at least one Lamborghini. To buy 88,052,394 custom mega yachts, enough to stretch around a quarter of the world. To buy everyone in Belize and Malta a Manhattan apartment. to give 1 out of every 2 men in the United States a presidential Rolex watch, to buy every woman in the United States a Tiffany diamond starfish pendant, to get 2 Mitsubishi 73 HD TVs for every household in America, to send everybody in America on an all-inclusive vacation to Tahiti, and some people could stay a few extra days. $1 trillion is enough money to buy everyone in Buffalo, New York, their own 65-acre island in Panama. A person given $1 million a year to spend would need 1 million years to blow $1 trillion. And then it says there are about 6.8 billion people in the world, meaning that every living person would get $441 if the U.S. government's budget was divided up. That's everybody in the world, 6.8 billion. Would get $441 apiece. In other words, this is just the United States debt. This is just the national debt of our country. And yet, if it were paid off, everybody in the world would have to chip in $441 to pay it off. If the money was split between 300 million Americans, everyone would take home $10,000. Counting to $1 trillion at the rate of 1 number a second, no sleeping, would take almost 32,000 years. Here's a little poem. This is interesting. Tax his land, tax his wage, tax his bed in which he lays, tax his tractor, tax his mule, teach him taxes are the rule, tax his cow, tax his goat, tax his pants, tax his coat, tax his ties, tax his shirts, tax his work, tax his dirt, tax his tobacco, tax his drink, tax him if he tries to think, tax his booze, tax his beers, if he cries, tax his tears, tax his bills, tax his gas, tax his notes, tax his cash, tax his good, and let him know that after taxes he has no dough. Tax him more, tax him until he's good and sore. Tax his coffin, tax his grave, tax the sod in which he lays. Put these words upon his tomb, taxes drove me to my doom. And when he's gone, we won't relax. We'll still be after the inheritance tax. So much for the $7 trillion we're in debt. And where would it all end? Well, the mark of the beast. I'm J.R. Church. We'll see you Monday afternoon at 3 with our next analysis of the news.